Hi everyone, welcome to UTV Guna and our big man breakdown show with Nathan. How are you, bro?
It's good, man. Yeah, good hair, man.
Cool, yeah. So not in person today, doing it over Zoom as you're away. I'm still getting over last night. Really bad result to
What
lose
happened?
3-0. to get
Blacked
beat
it out. I blacked out my memory.
to get beat's one thing, but that was a really bad loss. You know, such a poor performance. 3-0 finished to Crystal Palace. Your thoughts on the match?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's one of those games where every Arsenal fan knew from even watching the first game against Crystal Palace at home. Yeah, and then watching Crystal Palace's form as well. Every Arsenal fan sort of felt, you know what, this is a game that's not going to be easy. We're going to have to really come out of the racehorses against this team, man. And it's like, it was just from the off, they were onto us. Like, and I was saying Odegaard looks sloppy and just so many players. But if you look across the team, everyone was off. And I'm hoping in my head it's an off game. Crystal Palace were on form where, well, they played the best that they could play, and we was at the worst that we could be. But I always said this, man, we're always like one injury away from collapsing. Yeah, because the squad's that paper thin. Well, one injury as in like defensively or in certain positions, like, and we knew Partey, KT, we knew they were due an injury anyway. Who are we kidding ourselves to think that we're going to go for the rest of the season without one of these fragile Arsenal players? Do you know what I mean? We've done well for keeping them this long. So, yeah, it was. And you know what? Nuno Tavares as well, you have to bring him up because I just don't understand where. Listen, we always knew when he first came, we was like, wow, this guy attacks amazing. He's good. But he actually had a little bit of defense about him. Now it's like he's shot to pieces. I think the only way he can revive any Arsenal career is to go out on loan. He's got to be sent out on loan, get his confidence back up, learn some other tactics, send him to like a Royal side, like with a defensive coach, like a Sam Allardyce or someone like that, and just say he needs that defensive, or bring in a defensive coach. I can't believe Arsenal haven't got a big defensive coach that could work with him defensively. And like, if we can't, then he's not the player that needs to be there, man. Like, because he just got exposed. I'm not going to get on Cedric too much either because he has been really good for us, but he just got bullied at right back as well. The only one that didn't play too bad, he wasn't good, but he wasn't too bad, was Ben White. But even then, like, they were just splitting us open, positioning everything. Even Ramsdale at the back was just the whole thing was a shambles, man.
Yes, so this season we have been quite solid defensively. So one thing we'll be saying.
That was the most embarrassing thing. But I think I think KT at left back, we've been getting on him for not striving forward like he used to, saying, where's he gone, man? Like, he used to be the guy that used to strive forward, get loads of assists, real attack threat. But I think Arteta has turned him into, no, I need you to be back holding that defence together. Yeah. And I think where Arteta's turned him into that more defensive player, we don't see the work that he's actually doing, because we always look at attack and what's he doing going forward. But defensively, he has been solid there. So when a big player like that comes out of the side, you then realise, Jesus Christ, he was doing a big job there for us. And Nuno Tavares came in. I think personally, the only option we have to saviour anything in this season, it's only one loss, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to jump to it, but defensively, if KT is out for the rest of the season, I would drop Xhaka to left back for the Brighton game, and then pray that we can rush Tomiyasu back, If we can get Tomiyasu back for Brighton, as in like just on the bench to give him like a little bit of game time, or get another game behind closed door on a Sunday or whatever, that will work well for us, man. Because we can get him back in the next game. Tomiyasu at left back, Cedric at right back. It's not the greatest, but it will, hopefully we could get something out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is a problem. The news came out today that Tini's out for the rest of the season. He needs surgery. Partey went off injured as well. Don't know the situation with him.
Partey is just glass, man. Like, do you know what the thing is as well? Before Partey came, when he was at Atletico, he wasn't that guy. Like I think he had didn't have limit. He didn't have many injuries at all. It's just, I don't know whether it's the English weather or whatever, just does them over. But I was also thinking about this today as well, that why is it we do not have, for years now, in the under 23s, a left back or a right back? What is going on in our youth development? Is it because we're just looking for the next Saka every single time? We're just looking for attacking players. But one of the days of you could bring through Ashley Cole. Do you know what I mean? Where are those days where we have great left backs or right backs coming through? At least youth ones that we could say, he's not so good, but at least someone that you could naturally. We're having to convert right backs over, midfielders into left back. You mean to tell me at the under 23s we don't have a natural left back who plays that position, who we could just bring up for a few games? It's ridiculous, man. I think we've got to then look at, in the summer, not bringing players into play, but bringing players into going under 23s to develop. Go scour the country, get some good youths in, some good left backs and right backs that will be ready in 2-3 seasons' time. Because I just can't believe that we're constantly going for attacking players. We're not bringing through good defensive players. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's really true. It's been such a long time.
It's
And
crazy.
looking at the under 23s now, I'm not hearing of any names that no one.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, so looking at the game itself, and so Arteta's decision not to start Martinelli, we don't know the situation with Martinelli, how tired he was coming back from Brazil. It was a long flight, but it's Monday night, the game. It's not like it was on the Saturday or Sunday. So really surprised he didn't start him. What were your thoughts on that?
Do you know what? Here's the thing. I hear you on that, but Smith Rowe has been in good form, and it's not like he dropped Martinelli and he brought in Pepe, who might give us 50-50 or whatever. Not even Pepe's been in good form of late, but he brought in Smith Rowe, who is highly rated, as much as Martinelli at times as well, depending on who you speak to. So it's more the fact of, I'm more pissed at the fact that, not that he decided to bring in, because that was always a debate. Because if Martinelli had a suspect game, we would have said, oh, he's got a smart Smith Rowe, so Arteta can't win on that. It was more the fact that, Smith Rowe, you've come in now and you haven't given us nothing. Do you know what I mean? No one turned around and said, you know what? Because those Crystal Palace players, you can't even name half of them, but they were bringing it to us. They were coming at us. They had the hunger, the desire. They were chasing after every single ball. If Arsenal lost that game and every player put in a shift and we was really coming at them, I could say, do you know what? The better team just won on the day. But the fact that we go down 1-0 and there isn't no one in the team saying, come on, let's pick it up and go forward, it's crazy, man. And I'll tell you another thing as well. Lacazette is conning us. Yeah, Lacazette is absolutely conning us. I've been a Lacazette fan for the longest time. Yeah, and I was the one that was saying, give him a new contract, even if it's just a year, extend and whatever not. But Lacazette is good, to bring off at the bench. I understand now why Wenger used to never give Lacazette the full 90 minutes. Because he's just not good enough for that. He's good in bursts and he's good against certain teams, but nah, man, it was embarrassing.
Yeah, really poor from him as well, and it's showing our lack of depth in the squad. Eddie came on. You got to say he looks lively again. He hit the bar, set up Odegaard for that good chance as well. So maybe you should give Eddie a chance from the start now.
Is Eddie not pushing for a start?
Yeah, I think he is. You know, if you
Make
look
it make
at Lacazette,
sense.
like,
Is
he's
Eddie not pushing for a start?
yeah, you
Like,
know, with Lacazette, like, okay, if he's not scoring, at least his link-up play is good. But if his link-up play is not working as well, and what's he offering us? You know, so why not get Eddie in there?
Eddie's pace. He's least. Listen, I'm not the biggest Eddie fan, and at the end of the day, they're both leaving end of the season. So if Lacazette's not working, which it doesn't, yeah, let's go early and bring on Eddie. I'd love to see Eddie start against Brighton.
Yeah, there's some big decisions I'll tell you
Because
got to make.
the good thing with at least Eddie can do, regardless if people think he's shit or whatever, not, at least he can. If he gets the ball, if he drops deep or anything, passes it on or whatever, at least he can got the pace to join up and link up the attack. Lacazette drops deep, passes it on, can't even get in the box. So it's like, unless Smith Rowe or Saka do a madness, what are we doing?
Yeah,
What
don't
are
know.
we doing?
Like I say, it's some big decisions for Arteta to make now because we're in a critical stage of the season now. Brighton next. We really need to bounce back.
It's a hard game.
Yeah, before we go into that, though, just looking at some of the other results on the weekend. So, starting with on Saturday, Man United drew at home to Leicester 1-1. Your thoughts on that one?
Ain't that a garbage, to be fair. Like, all those players and they're just garbage. So I don't really feel we have to watch Man United too much because Man United are going to go up, down anyway. I don't think Man United could string some results together because unless he's willing to really drop all these players and just put some good youth guys in there and just get the right blend right, I think that takes seasons to do, man. And I think Man United are in a position that Arsenal are. There's a lot of rot in Man United. There's a lot of players in there that shouldn't be there, just they're collecting a wage. So I think they need a manager that's going to come in and say, nah, see you later. We got to clear this club out. And that's hard to find, man. Who are you going to bring in? I'll tell you who might be good for them. There's two managers. Either, is it Allegri, the old Juventus manager, or I think who'd be good for them would be, what's the Atletico, Simeone.
Yeah.
I think he'll be very good for them as well. That's two top draw managers that you could bring in. Man United can't have a team where they've gone through Solskjaer and players like that. They've gone through that sort of transition. Forget that. You need to bring in a top draw manager and then let them just bring your side back, man.
Yeah, so would you rule them out of a race for the top four now?
Nah, they're in it. Tottenham are in it, but I wouldn't. You'd be more scared, unfortunately, of Tottenham with their manager pulling the results together rather than Man United. I think Man United will win a couple games, then Man United will beat surprisingly a couple teams that you didn't expect, and then they'll lose randomly to a team. So yeah, I think Tottenham are more the threat, I would say.
Yeah, get onto Tottenham in a second. Just before them, West Ham got another win. Everton 2-1.
I was arguing with my friend about this the other day. I still think West Ham are the dark horses, man. I feel no one's watching them. No one's watching them all season, and people keep talking about, oh yeah, they've only got 7 games left, and but I'm like, look, they're in the mix. They're in what, 5th place? They're creeping up. They're getting the results. They're still in the mix. I think anyone in and around it, if they can go on a run, will be in the mix for it end of season. So I think it's just whoever can cluster some results together. I think Arteta's really got to show his. Let's put it this way now. If Arteta gets top 4 from this position of where he is and this loss and bounces back and gets top 4, give him a new contract.
Yeah, for sure. If he can get us into the top 4,
100%, give him a new contract.
I think he would deserve.
You've got injuries, you've got this. If he can still motivate that team to get the best out of it, he's the man for the job.
Yeah, so now let's get on to Tottenham. They had a 5-1 win against Newcastle. They've won 3 in a row now. 3 games in a row. We've got to take them really seriously now. I know they've been inconsistent most of the season. We're hoping they have a couple of poor results now, but they seem to be finding their form now, scoring a lot of goals. Harry Kane seems to be playing a lot better as well. Didn't see much of a game against Newcastle, but I saw the bits of it and read about it, and it seemed
Harry
like
Kane
it
as
was
well.
a really good performance.
Harry Kane got an assist and he's the golden man. Yeah, do you know what? They've done well. Listen, man, credit where credit's due. You battered Newcastle. Newcastle were on good form. I thought Newcastle might be able to do something against Tottenham, but they absolutely swept them aside. Yeah, do you know what the thing is? It's whether this. I think every team's going to slip up towards the end. I think every team's going to have an up and down. I think it's a vital. I think if we can keep sturdy until we play them, we can go to Tottenham and get a result. I think the top four is ours. I still don't rate Tottenham defensively. They still look weak. Yeah, they just have players like Son, Kane, and the rest that can produce those moments. But yeah, they won 5-1, but Tottenham also can slip up. So it's going to be really interesting. As much as this is what you want from us football fans as well. As much as the top two is going to be interesting. And don't ever get it wrong as well. Chelsea could easily have slipped. Chelsea got battered by Brentford. I feel Chelsea had the better team, but Chelsea are lacking a striker as well. But they'll be all right for top four. But if a team goes on enough consistent run, they could pinch top three as well. So
yeah, we had a great chance to close the gap on Chelsea, after they had that against Brentford. So yeah, it was really disappointing
that's
result.
the other thing you've got to look at as well. Everyone's getting on Arsenal, but Brentford just beat up Chelsea, and no one's. Do you know what I mean? That got swept under the carpet. So, like, keep it consistent. Like, teams do slip up.
Yeah, for sure. The players are human. Bad results happen. Poor performances can happen like that. So just got to take it and move on to the next game. As Arteta said, he came out yesterday after the game and apologized to us fans, said it's not good enough, and they know it's not good enough, and on to the next one.
You know, the thing is, I don't listen to Arteta. I just want to see what you're doing in the next game. I'm not trying to hear you talk. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I just want to see the team you put out, how you adapt to the situation. I want to see you on the field. I'm not listening to anything he says press conference wise or anything like that. I want to know next game how you're doing, teams you're putting out, how the result we get. I'll listen to you end of the season. If you get top four or you don't get top four, I'll listen to what you have to say then after the game. I ain't trying to hear nothing, man. Just go to your hairdresser, dye your hair black, and then do what you have to do. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Yeah, so let's talk about Brighton now then. So big match
Hard game
up on Saturday. It's a must win. We've got some really hard games coming up soon, so we really can't afford to drop any points. Draw's not good enough. It has to be 3 points. What's your thoughts on the Brighton match?
I think early goal against Brighton, you beat Brighton. You start drawing against, it's like 0-0. I can see that being a draw. Scarily, I can see that being a draw, like a 0-0 draw. But or a 1-1. I can see that really being a draw. But yeah, I think with Brighton, you get the early goal, then I think you can split Brighton apart. But if it's 0-0 at half time, I think Eddie's got to start that game. He won't because Arteta's quite stubborn, with captains and all that shit. But I think Eddie's got to start that game, man. Home game as well. You have the crowd behind him. I think Eddie's got to start.
Okay, looking at the left back situation now. So you're saying maybe put Xhaka back at left back.
You have to.
Then that kind of leaves us in the middle exposed if Partey's not about. Don't have a sense of his injury. So what would you do in centre midfield then?
We have to wait and see, really. But do you know what I would do? If Partey is there, you have to do Partey and Elneny. Yeah, I don't like Odegaard in the middle. He just doesn't perform well in the middle. Like, anyone that says he is, they're lying. So if Partey is there, I'll do Partey, Elneny. Otherwise, you Elneny and just let Elneny drop behind the back four. Maybe do a triangle or something. But with Odegaard at the top of it, but just so Elneny can just sit back. But yeah, do you know what? We talk about Eddie. I wouldn't even bring on Eddie. Now's the time to put Martinelli up top. What are we doing? You spoke about Web Harris. Oh yeah, well, apparently he's been doing that in training. We've been hearing that for about 2 years now. Let's see him up front. Go put him up front. You've been forced into a corner now. Put him up front. Leave Smith Rowe. Or do you know what? Now's the time to let Pepe do his thing. Has Pepe let us down at all this season? Has he not come on and performed each and every single time? Oh, and he's gone away to international duty, been scoring. What more do you want from the guy for him to be playing? I don't understand. It's the same with Martinelli. Martinelli was doing the most, coming on performing, still not getting his start. The only reason why Martinelli got the start, not because of a masterstroke by Arteta, but was because Aubameyang got injured, or Aubameyang was doing his madness and he forced him to come in. So, yeah, man, drop Lacazette. Lacazette, see you later, man. Sit down, come off the bench and do your hold-up play. Put Martinelli up front. Let's just attack Brighton with pace. Let Lewis Dunk and all them, man, have a bit of pace. Do you know what I mean? Let them attack, man, and let's see, man.
Yeah, I've been saying for a while, why not give Martinelli a chance? We were talking about it many times that, the pace, hit teams with pace. We can have all four of them playing, Saka, Emma Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, and Martinelli. It's time to go for it. Got to do something different, I think, against Brighton, because I think Brighton are going to come and sit back.
Have to.
They're going to make it difficult for us. So, yeah, let's see what Arteta does. It's a crucial game. It's a correct score prediction on that one.
I can see it being a draw. I can see it being a 0-0.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. We really need the 3 points. Yeah, also we got to hope maybe some other teams can help us out. We are still in a good position. We've got to remember that.
We're in a great position still. We're in a great position still.
We're still in a great position. But if some other teams can help us out and take some points of some of our rivals, that will help.
They will. We've got to capitalise on it.
Yeah, so this weekend we're playing before Tottenham this time. We're playing at 3:00. So hopefully we get the win, and then that puts the pressure onto Tottenham, who will be playing after us. We've got Aston Villa away. We know Villa are a good team. They didn't play too well against us recently, but they are a good team. They're having a good season. Got a good manager here in Steven Gerrard, some good players. What's your thoughts on that game?
I think Tottenham will beat Aston Villa. I just feel Aston Villa, they have got good players. Gerrard has tuned them up, but I think with the going off the back of a 5-1 win against Newcastle, and I think they'll come out and really do them. I think it'll be 3-1 Tottenham, to be fair. I think Aston Villa could set up well, but I just think Tottenham have a bit too much for them. I think defensively, Aston Villa are okay, but they're not that great.
Okay. Then the early kickoff on Saturday is Everton vs Man United. I kind of think Man United are not too much to worry about now. But they may be still just about in it, but I think they're the outsiders. But yeah, they got Everton away. Your thoughts on that one?
I think Man United should beat them, and I think they will beat them. But I think Everton will definitely put up an early scare. I think Everton will score first. I think Man United will come back to beat them, maybe 2-3-1. I think maybe even 4. But I think Everton will score first. I think they'll give them a little scare.
Okay, and then West Ham are playing against Brentford. It's at Brentford's home. Brentford been flying, as we said, just beat Chelsea 4-1.
I think Brentford draw there could be.
Okay, so
definitely a draw.
Okay, it's gonna be an interesting weekend. There's that big match on Sunday as well. Some are saying the title decider. I think it's a bit early for that. There's still a long way.
I think it's a title decider in terms of it psychological. Do you know what I mean? If Liverpool go and beat Man City or anything vice versa, it just gives you that punch. Do you know what I mean? That will push you on to sort of do that a bit more, especially if Liverpool can go out there and convincingly win, I think, or even just get the 3 points. Whoever gets the 3 points, I think, will definitely get them a boost. There'll still be twists and turns towards the end, but it'll definitely give you that sort of, that little fruit punch you need just to get you through the day, man. Be good. Maybe a good game, man. It's a good game for the neutral as well. That's what I say about the Premiership, man. The Spanish League and other leagues, you can't have times like this, do you know what I mean, where you've got a big battle for top 4 and then the top 2 teams are going at it. That's like the old days of Real Madrid, Barcelona times where he used to have the top two. It's a great time to be watching football, even from a neutral. It's a great time to be watching football. Like, you could arguably say the Man City team, the Liverpool team, is two great teams, as close, or some people would say even better than the Invincibles. Just what I'm saying to you, that's a good argument to have there, or even better than the Man United great team. If we look back on it, do you know what I mean? Like, in terms of what they've achieved and what's going on at the moment, it's a great time to be watching football. So yeah, maybe not for Arsenal fans, but yeah.
Yeah, they've definitely raised the bar. If you look at the amount of points they're winning in a season to win
Crazy.
the league,
It's
like,
crazy. It's crazy.
it's really, they've taken it to another level. As you said, great teams, both of them. What's your quick score prediction for that one?
I think that's a draw, you know. I think it's a score draw. I think it's a 2-2 draw.
Okay. And now, I mean, asking you this, we've been quite confident. It's been performing well recently.
Connections breaking up, mate.
You were still saying to me, I'm not getting too excited yet.
Mm.
And, you know, you did kind of change from saying we're not getting top four to thinking.
Gassed me, yeah, because you kept on asking me every week.
Yeah, we got a very good chance, you were saying last time.
Mm.
Now, after that result, you know, obviously it was a bit demoralizing, but we're still in a good position. Do you think we can make top four?
I think if Arteta can adapt the left back situation, yeah, then I think we can get, if we can get Tomiyasu back, we get top four. No Tomiyasu, no top four, because the left back situation is going to be hard for us. So I think we still can, but it's going to be tough. And I think it's going to take Tomiyasu coming back for us to get it. But don't get me wrong, Xhaka's very disciplined, regardless of anything. Xhaka can go to left back and do a job. If we're really, really desperate, which will take us off attack, but he'll do a wicked job. Even Saka at left back, man. Like,
Yeah.
if we're really struggling, Saka can play left back. And I know it takes away from the attack, but drop Saka to left back, bring Pepe in. We still got good attack. Do you know what I mean? Saka and Martinelli down one side. Dangerous.
Yeah. That would be a really dangerous combination to have down one side.
Overlapping each other. Dangerous.
Yeah, we've got a few options. You know, you can go free at the back as well and play with wing backs.
Of course you can.
You know, so I'd say it's got a few options. It's gonna be interesting to see how.
That's quite an interesting point, actually. I think Nuno Tavares would suit being a wing back rather than an actual left back. So maybe going free at the back, bringing Holden in, could actually suit, and it would suit Cedric. So that could be an option, actually. I think you might see him doing that, man. It's an interesting point.
Yeah, especially, you know, when we're playing the likes of Chelsea away, you know, that could be a good option to go for. So
Definitely.
yeah, let's see what Arteta does. It's gonna be interesting to see. First things first, let's just, like I said, we're taking it game by game. We've got to beat Brighton, and then a big week coming up for us after that. We've got Southampton away, Chelsea away, Man United at home. So yeah, it's crucial we get the 3 points. So yeah, that's all from us. Thanks, bro.
Wicked, man.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.